Maybe it's still the adolescent in me where you can say that things are fair or unfair, they're black or they're white.
Okay.
But I think you develop a finely honed sense of what feels right to you, what feels fair. My name is Janice Bassil. I'm a lawyer in Boston. I'm a founding partner of this law firm, and I do a mix of criminal law and family law. When I went to BU, the thing that I think started my career really was the clinical program. I did the clinical program my third year in the Boston Municipal Court. I walked off the elevator on the 4th floor. It was filthy. You could see people's feet and you could see sort of their heads, and in between was just this complete cloud of gray smoke. And, you know, the loudspeaker was going off, people would smoke, throw their cigarettes on the floor. That was outside the courtroom. I walked into the courtroom. It was pretty chaotic. You couldn't hear a thing. There was all this yelling and screaming, and if you looked all the way down at the end, you saw a judge, and he was actually conducting some kind of court business. But I walked in there and I thought, man, this is the best place I have ever been in my life. I felt completely at home there. I said, this is where I was meant to be. For one thing, I kind of joke sometimes, this is my version of extreme sports. You know, some people do extreme snowboarding or skiing. I do jury trials on murder cases or other cases. One of the cases that means the most to me, which really didn't carry any publicity to it, and I kind of think that's why it turned out as well as it did. I represented a mother who was accused of killing her 2 children. There is a view of mental illness that for someone to look really crazy, they need to sort of be foaming at the mouth and incoherent and really delusional and just overtly psychotic. And you don't always find that with people who are accused of serious crimes. And there are different cases that just stay with you for different reasons, whether you're very successful at them or because you lost them miserably. It was a trial where the government took every cheap shot available to them. At every opportunity, they showed pictures of the World Trade Center burning, picture after picture of Osama bin Laden, as opposed to what I thought would be a trial in which fundamental rights would be discussed and real meaning would take place. It was a trial in many ways about prejudice and about extremes. After a 9-week trial, when the jury came back after 10 hours with guilty on everything, I was just devastated. I had never felt that devastated in a courtroom. I just, when they read the verdicts, my body started shaking, and I literally felt like I was just, like it was body blows every time they said guilty. When you're on trial, it's anywhere from a 10-hour day is minimum. It's usually 15 hours. It's usually work until 10 or 11 o'clock at night, get up at 5 in the morning to go over the things for the next day and keep on going. It does not make for a life with a lot of time for other things. So in between, I try to find time for the things I really love to do, and it's not always easy. I know it's harder to get jobs now than it ever used to be, but when I decided I wanted to be a public defender, I held out for that job. I worked as a secretary, I did temping, I did anything I could. It's a great profession, it really is. I mean, I'm always changing, I'm always learning. To me, any job that can cause you to grow as a person is a great job.